Hey everyone, Gripe Boy here. I'm going to be making a hopefully pretty quick recording today. Basically, I had created this entire campaign on Twitch, but I was not smart enough to make sure that I created YouTube copies of the videos. I thought Twitch would keep them for longer. I guess I should have paid more attention. But anyway, so the early videos in the campaign are gone. So people have asked to see the campaign from the beginning or to see a campaign from the beginning. So I can't show the same one again from the beginning, but I am going to show the beginning of a campaign. People have also asked to see um, how to set up Gloomhaven on Tabletop Simulator from with nothing set up beforehand, I guess, and to do a campaign from there. So basically, what this video is going to be is simply a video from scratch where I am going to act as if I don't have Tabletop Simulator. Where I don't have anything set up, and I'm going to go and I'm going to play a campaign and just do the first scenario. And we're going to do the scenario on easy, simply because I want to get through this as quickly as possible, since it's stuff I've already tried over and it's not even going to contribute to the campaign I'm already doing. Also, playing on easy is not such a big deal because if this is your first time playing, easy is the way to go. Also, I've made a mistake and I have not gotten myself a glass of water, so I will have to do that at some point here because trying to record this entire video without a glass of water would be a huge mistake. Regardless, yeah, we're gonna play on easy. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do everything as we're supposed to. Okay, so first thing we do is we need to, well, all right, you need to have Tabletop Simulator installed. So we'll go into Steam, Library, and we have Tabletop Simulator installed here. Okay, great. So then what we have to do is we have to get this mod. So the mod I'm using, the one I recommend using, there's another one, but it has its issues. I'm not going to go over that today because that's not the purpose of this video, is to go to here. This link will be in the description in the video, and just make sure you subscribe. Easy enough. Okay, so now that we've subscribed, we wait a tiny bit to make sure the Tabletop Simulator has downloaded the mod. It's a very, very quick download because actually it's a very small file size. And then we start up Tabletop Simulator in Steam. Again, that's just how I'm going to get this tutorial. I'm also not really going to go over strategic choices. If you want to see more of that, you can check out my stream. I do that basically the entire stream. That's the purpose of it. But here, the purpose is getting through this video quickly so that people can see exactly how to do this. At least the people who've requested seeing how we go through an entire scenario starting up the campaign. All right, so we're going to go to Create when we're on the main page of Tabletop Simulator. I'm going to do hot seat. You don't have to. There are other ways you can do this, but this is the way I personally do it in order to represent two different hands. Okay, so hot seat number of players is 2 because I'm just going to be playing a 2-player solo. This is also what I would recommend for starting, even though eventually if you get good enough, you can certainly go up to 3 players. Now we're going to press start. It brings us to here, but we don't actually need to choose any of this stuff first. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to games, because otherwise we're going to have to choose our color a little bit more funkily. But this is actually easier. So from this screen, as soon as we're here, click on the top left, click games. And here you'll see we have a bunch of stuff. We have classic games, we have DLC games, which are ones we have to pay for. It looks like there's a sale going on right now. That's nice. We have workshop and we have our save file. So our save files down here, you should have nothing down here, except soon enough you'll have autosave, so you can just ignore all this. It's just from the stuff I've been doing. So this should just be your workshop stuff. And normally you won't have the Descent second edition main table set up, and you won't have Gloomhaven Fantasy set up. How can anyone go back? I just wanted to try it, just to see. I played Descent before, but going back to it after Gloomhaven is real rough. Anyway, so what we will have is Gloomhaven second printing scripted. So we're just gonna click on this. So up here we have info, expand, delete. That's not what we want. So we just click here, click load. Okay. And now it's gonna take a little bit to load up. Just gonna give me the opportunity to go grab my glass of water while this is loading. So hold on just 1 second while this loads. Okay, I'm back. Just going to change the input. I guess you probably all treated to the beauty of living in the center of Lyon there with some cool people on their motorcycles. All right, so because we didn't choose our player before, this will allow us to choose players based on the mats, which is just a little bit easier to see rather than having to do guesswork, which is what I did originally. So we're just going to do the 2 left mats because it just makes sense to go left to right, player 1 to player 4. So green is going to be player 1 and red is going to be player 2. We can just X this out because now we've already loaded it up. We don't have to do that anyway. And player one's turn. All right. So time to get everything set up. So this is the entire board, but if you want to see how everything in the board works, I have a tutorial video that I've already made. This is going to be playing a campaign, getting going as quickly as possible, like quick startup basically. So let's get to it. We're going to play 2 classes. So since we want to get through this scenario as quickly as possible, we're going to play Mind Thief, and we're going to play Scoundrel. This is going to be our combo here. Okay, so we just dragged their boxes out of here. You want to make sure you do like a quick pull and drag. If you hold too long, you'll actually pick up, I guess you can't, maybe can't pick up the entire thing there. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so you grab the box for both people, and then we got to drag all the things inside the box out. And then after that, we can delete the box. And we're going to do the same for the Scoundrel. Oops. Toss that a little far. Bit aggressive there, huh? All right. And then we delete the box. All right. Put our character mats where the characters mats go, not rotating them for some reason. Okay. Put our our standees up by where we're going to place the map. Just leave those for now. Replace our little token things up here because they're typically going to go on our active cards, which are here. So it makes sense just to have them to the left of it, easily accessible. These are our additional modifiers. We're not going to have access to any of these for the first scenario, so these are irrelevant. We have a pile of basic and a pile of advanced cards in both cases. So what we're going to do is the top 3 advanced cards are going to be X cards. We're going to grab those. We're going to set all the level 2 or higher cards aside. We're going to do the same thing over here. So we are going to use at least 1 X card for each class, I think. Okay, we're going to set up our character sheet. Well, now we've kind of, we'll just put these with those and these with those. This gives us our entire choice for the deck. I'm going to move it out of the way for now. Shuffling it was a big mistake, but it doesn't matter. Shuffling is just because I kind of moved it back and forth while dragging it. All right, so this way we've created plenty of space up above for our hand and everything like that. We've got our additional modifiers and our higher level cards down here. We're going to bring our other cards. Oops, so we got to click and hold to grab the entire thing. Again, I already created a tutorial video, so I'm going to avoid going specifically over the mechanics of Tabletop Simulator too much, although I guess I should go over a few simple ones regardless. All right, so now we need to choose our cards for the scenario, but we don't need that to do that actually until we do the scenario. First things first, though, we can set our HP. So we're going to set our max HP. This does a couple things, but first of all, just reminds us of what our max HP can be based on the various levels. So each character, our Mind Thief is going to have 6, and the Spellweaver, or Scoundrel, sorry, I'm used to playing Spellweaver, we'll start with an S, is going to have 8. All right, so now we've got our characters set up, and that was easy. Now we need to do setup for the first scenario. But before that, we're going to go with items. Just for here, I'm just going to go with the recommended items. So the Scoundrel is leather armor, minor stamina potion. I do not recommend these as starting items, but again, we're just doing a quick startup. So, leather armor, minor stamina potion. Well, minor stamina potion, you can never go wrong. All right, we're just going to grab both those items from up there and bring them down here. We'll worry about them in just a second. We do still have both of them there? Yep. All right, perfect. Then the Mind Thief. What are his starting items? Minor stamina potion, poison dagger. I also think this is kind of garbage. I think the poison dagger is pretty bad. Oops. So I would usually just go with, I think for both of these people, yeah. For the Scoundrel, it's tough not to have the stamina potion. I don't know. Maybe I'd just buy the stamina potion. I'd save gold to try to get the goggles afterwards. And for the Mind Thief, I'd probably start with Boots of Striding. Okay, so we're going to place our items onto these little slots for them. Which one we place which on doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so that's that. So now we've got to set up the first scenario, which again is the scenario books are over here. Pressing numbers gives us the pages. Otherwise, you can always right-click, go to state, and this will let you see which one is which. So here I just pressed 3 because I knew it was third page. This rulebook is the scenario setup for scenario number 1. But otherwise, you can always right-click and mouse over state. All right. Let's bring this over here. It's going to make it easier for us to set up. We need map tiles. Map tiles, these are the infinite boxes of boxes. Is the easiest way to think of it. So we drag out a box from here. This allows us to make more boxes if we end up deleting map tiles or something like that. So we need to click and hold in order to move the entire box. If we just quickly click before picking it up, we're just going to grab map tiles out like that, which we do not want to do. Get back in there, map tile. Ah, God, I've made huge mistakes. All right, click and hold lets us move this entire box. We're just moving it over here so we can more easily have reference to which map tiles we need. L1A, G2B, or G1B, and I1B. So we're going to right-click on the map tile box. We're going to left-click search, and we can search for them just by their numbers. So L1A. It's worth noting that in this mod, I think in this mod, the map tiles, if you flip them over, it does not give you the B sides. You do have to actually search by A or B and grab out the appropriate tiles. So we're just going through and getting all the appropriate map tiles for here. And we can close this. And we could just delete this because we always create another one, but we're just going to drag it out of the way for now because we might use it a couple times so as to not be wasteful. All right, let's place the map tiles as they're supposed to go. We're just doing this by looking over here. Sorry, I'm just setting my Mind Thief up right because he doesn't deserve that life. All right. Oh, sorry. So in order to rotate these tiles, first we have our rotation degrees set at 30. We also have our lift height set to the minimum. I would recommend both these things. We simply pick something up by left clicking and holding on it, and then it's Q or E to rotate clockwise or counterclockwise appropriately. And we just try to set these up as well as we can. All right, looks good. So now we need to see what else we need for this scenario. Down here, we can look at the bottom. We know that we'll do the monster second. 1 treasure tile, 2 damage traps of spike traps, and 2 tables. Okay. So tables, this is all in alphabetical order by type. So here we have obstacles. So we're just going to go to T's. So we got our 2 tables. We also just grab 1 out and copy paste, but here it's just 2, so it's easy enough. So it was 2 spike traps. And last but certainly not least, a treasure chest. All right, so we have all the obstacle stuff. We also need 1, 2 doors. Okay, so let's grab those out. We can see that 1 is what I call a diagonal door, and 1 is one's a flat and one's a pointed. It's maybe an easier way of putting it. So we have pointed by default. In order to get a flat one, we simply change the state. We do this anytime you see this context icon come up with the blue dots when you mouse over something and you see a number like 1 out of 2. This says that there are this many states. So 2 switches to the other state for this. We can switch back and forth by pressing 1 or 2, or again right-clicking on it and going to the state. So we need 1 of each. So I'm just going to copy this. Oops, I press spacebar. This just resets the camera. I copy this by mousing over and pressing Control C, and then I press Control V, and this gives me another one. And this one I'm going to set the state like this, and I'm going to place the doors appropriately. And it doesn't matter to me too much if they're a little bit like this. Oh, also another very important thing, every single time is we want to lock our map tiles. This is so that we don't accidentally drag them and cause chaos. So we do this by mousing over each map tile, we press L, and now they're all locked. Now you see we cannot move them. The doors don't need to be locked. Additionally, in this mod, there's no open doors, at least for this type. There are other types like these, which actually do have the open door, but this one doesn't. So accordingly, I just grabbed 2 of these man-made stone tiles to place underneath the doors when I remove the doors when they're opened. Okay, so that gave us everything we needed to set up the scenario. Now, other than the monsters. So we need bandit guards, bandit archers, and living bones. Why it's not in alphabetical order is beyond me. I guess it's actually the order in which you're going to encounter them. So here we have, just like the map tiles, we've got an infinite boxes of monsters, basically. So we just drag one of these out, and from here we can right-click and click search, and we're going to find the things we need. They're in alphabetical order. We can also use the search function. But here we've got bandit guards, bandit archers, and we just mouse down, we see living bones. Okay, so this gives us our infinite boxes of monsters. We're just going to drag these to the side. So again, we need to click and hold until we see that we pick it up. If we just do this, we're just going to grab one of the interior boxes out. So we click and hold, and I'm just going to set these all to the side. I just like to keep them organized over here, but you do as you wish. All right, so we've already grabbed a bandit archer box out. So now we're going to grab a bandit guard box out and a living bones box out. And inside each of these boxes is going to be everything we need. We're going to put them in order. We can do this order since presumably that's the order in which we're going to encounter the monsters. So we're just going to put them, I'll move my stuff up above where we're going to place them. So bandit guards first, then bandit archers, then living bones. Sorry, I'm just going to double check that the recording is going fine. Looks to be okay. All right. So we can just, from there, drag. So typically, if you haven't accidentally shuffled it, it should always be the sheet and then the cards first. So we can grab these out, just like this. Oops, yeah, so the living bones is actually messed up. Maybe not because of shuffled. So here we're actually going to have to right click on this and click search. And we need the sheet and the cards. And these go in each of the respective piles. We also want to make sure to begin with that we have all these eliminated, and we're only going to uneliminate the ones that are playing. We'll do this real quickly while we're on the subject for players. So here we have player 3 and player 4 who aren't playing, so we need to make sure that these are checked as eliminated every time, otherwise we're going to have some issues. Okay, so like I said, we're going to play on easy, just so I can get this through this scenario as quickly as possible. So we're going to right click on this and go to state, and we can see that level 0 is actually at 8. So in that case, now I know that I can just mouse over these others, and I can just press 8, and this is going to set them to level 0. Again, I'm not doing this scenario to prove that I have good tactics or that I can complete the scenario. I've already proven that a number of times in various mediums. I'm simply doing it to get through it as quickly as possible so people see how to do everything involved in playing the scenario. That's why we're playing on easy. I would normally play on hard for the scenario because the soul is a difficulty bump. All right. Here we have the decks. We're going to shuffle these. To shuffle something, we simply mouse over and press R. Shuffle each of these. We'll also shuffle the modifier deck for the monsters. Shuffle the modifier deck for both players while we're on the topic of shuffling. All right. After we place these sheets here, we can press this button over here, which is place covers. Of course, the Living Bones have a 10 cover, not a 6 cover. So again, we just mouse over this. We see it's stated. So we're just going to press 2, which gives us the other state. Okay, since it showed 1 out of 2. And that gives us all our monster setup. Now we just need to place the monsters in the first room. This, I'm not going to go over the mechanics of this. It's just Gloomhaven. Hopefully you know if you're playing here. So we need a regular, and elite of guards. We're going to mouse over each of these. We're going to shuffle as well. This will give us a randomized ordering for the numbers as we pull them out. Okay, again, this is stated with 1 and 2. So by pressing 2, that's how we get to elite. So we get our elite guard in the center. And we'll place our 2 regular guards like so. Okay. All right. I think that's just about everything we need. We also have city and road events. So the default decks are here and here. So to begin with, we want to shuffle them. So I'd mouse over and press R for both of these. Now they're shuffled. We've got our battle goals to shuffle that as well. And we've got the personal quest deck. We'll shuffle that. So I'll show you how I do all these things, but I'm going to avoid spoilers, so I'm not actually going to show them. All right. So personal quest deck first. We would draw 2 of these for each player. We would flip them over by mousing over each one and pressing F. I'll demonstrate this with a regular card. I'm not going to do with these, again, to avoid spoilers. And then we would put the other one that we don't take back in the personal quest deck. And now we would each have our personal quest. But of course here, I'm not going to show these because spoilers, so they're just all going to go back. I will show battle goals. We'll do those in just a second because obviously those come after our city and road events. City and road events are the same thing. I'm going to just say zoomed out so that there's no spoilers with reading these. We simply, since we've already shuffled it by pressing R, we simply click and drag one out. Now remember, if we click and hold for too long, we're going to pick up the entire pile. If we move it around, it shuffles, whatever, it doesn't matter here. So just a quick click and drag will bring our card out. So then we'll go look at this card, we'll do as we're supposed to do, whatever. And if it goes back in the deck, I'm simply going to pick up the deck and set it back on top of this card. If it's removed, I'm just going to move it to the side, or you can delete it as you prefer. All right, so we'll just say that this one went back there, and we get some effect. And we do the same thing. We do our road event. Road event goes back in the deck, so we pick up the deck, put it on top, because that card goes on the bottom. And we've done our city and road events. All right, finally we have battle goals. Again, just going to shuffle this once more for good measure. I'm going to draw 1 for both players, or 2 for both players, and we're going to have a look at which one we're most likely to do. Be the first to kill a monster during a scenario. So this one, since on the right is going to be Scoundrel, the one on the left is going to be Mind Thief. Otherwise, your current hit points value must be equal to 2 or less at the end of the scenario. It's pretty easy to control Opener in solo, and it's not too difficult for the Scoundrel to get kills, so Opener seems like a pretty easy choice. As for the Mind Thief, never allow your current hit points to drop below half. Well, that's very unlikely. Use your equipped items a number of times equal to or greater than your level plus 2 during a scenario. Well, both of these are basically impossible. Professional is actually a very easy battle goal, but here, since our level is 1, we would actually have to use, well, we don't have to use items 3 times actually. All right, it's not impossible. This one's not happening. I mean, there's no world in which we don't take like 1 or 2 hits throughout the scenario, so we're definitely lose our hit points. So we'll take this one, because I guess we only have to do 1 long rest in order to be able to complete this battle goal, and then just use the dagger twice. And 1 long rest is reasonable, actually. All right, so I'm just going to set our battle goals there, just so that we, well, try to remember them. And that's that. We've now set ourselves up completely for the first scenario. I don't believe there was anything else we were supposed to have done. I'm just going to have a sip of water. All right. So how are we going to do this first room? First, we've got to set up our decks, right? Swiftbow is a little bit worse now, but I think we'll still end up keeping it. Let's just grab all our good cards. I like Swiftbow actually a lot. Having a ranged option is good. Throwing knives is also fine. Sinister Opportunity is garbage. Again, I'm not giving justifications here. I'm just doing the things that I'm supposed to do. All right, Sinister Opportunity is not necessarily garbage, but I don't really like it that much. I'm just going to go through this quickly again. Quick Hands is medium. Smoke Bomb is good. Not for the top, but more for the bottom. Although here with 2 rushy melee people, we don't necessarily need it. Thieves' Knack is good for the bottom. Single Out is good for the top. Trickster's Reversal is El Garbaggio. Did we already grab both of our good attacks on top? Where are we? Am I missing one? Oh no, okay, I just accidentally grabbed all these cards. Whew. Venom Shift is good. Flanking Strike is good. That already puts us at 8 cards, so we get 1 more of these cards. How are we for movement? So backstab is consideration. We're going to move 5, but we want to use the top of that. Move 2, move 3. So we've got like realistically 1 move 5. So backstab is kind of tempting. as a finisher plus move 6 with good initiative. Quick hands is also alright because it lets us use a bottom action, like our bottom attack. We can do move, attack, attack. I don't feel that's that necessary though. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take backstab just for the move 6 primarily, and not bring quick hands, trickster's reversal, and sinister opportunity. These two are definitely just the worst cards by far, I think. And so the real question is just quick hands versus backstab, but I'm going to take backstab again for the move 6. It's a fair argument potentially that I do not need to bring Smoke Bomb. Just Smoke Bomb is good when you have slower allies, but because the Mind Thief is so quick, it's very possible that he'll always be able to rush up on people like I will, so I won't need Smoke Bomb. So it's possible I'm making a mistake here by bringing it, but I'm not familiar at all with playing this combo, so I'm just going to bring it. All right, so I'm going to switch over to player 2 real quick. Oops, I don't want that. By pressing end turn, it just lets me switch from player to player. The only significance of this is just the hand that I'll see. So this is Scoundrel, so I want to be player 2. You can see which player we are up here, also by the color here. Player 2 is red, so all right. To draw all these cards, which we have in a pile, we're just going to mouse over them, and we simply have to press a number, and it'll draw that number of cards. Here, since we only have 9 cards, every time I just quickly spam 1-1, which will draw 11 cards, and since we have a 9-card hand, this works. All right, over to the Mind Thief. Mind Thief is much easier. Withering Claw's Garb. Frigid Apparition is amazing. Empathetic Assault gives us free healing, so it's nice. Perverse Edge is amazing. Fearsome Blade is fine, because it's still just an attack 5. Submersive Affliction, I don't remember. Parasitic Influence Parasitic Influence is real bad. Into the Night is fine, at least for now. Possession is bad. This is fine just to move 4. This is fine just to move 4. This is good. This is essential. So yeah, Submissive Affliction actually makes it in. Especially we have the dagger, so it'll be alright. Alright, so again, we've got our 10 cards, and we draw them, again, by pressing 1-1 over them. Alright, so we're set up to do the first scenario. I think there's nothing else that we have to do here. So let's get to it. We need to place our characters, so we need to look at what the monsters do. We've got just bandit guards. They have all 2 movement. So as usual in this first room, I'm going to try to kite them with ranged attacks to begin. So this is basically how far they can get, this line here. So if we just start behind that, they actually cannot reach us. Where do we start actually? So we can start further up if we need to. We'll take a look at that in a second. Yeah, here's my Mind Thief. If we can go early, we're going to make ranged attacks and then move back, I guess. It's going to be the best thing. Do we have ranged attacks? Unfortunately, we don't have ranged attacks for the Mind Thief, right? All right, so instead our Mind Thief plan is going to be to go, oops, there it is to go late and attack them after they move up, getting Mind's weakness up. Because we want to get that up as soon as possible. We're going late. Kind of want to go as late as possible to make sure we move after them. So we're going to like rush in after they've gone. This is going to be our latest card, so this is the reason we're playing it here. Yeah, and feedback loop, yeah. Well, anyway, it's just a move. We're just playing a move because we need to move up. We could try to do some sort of thing where we perverse edge, but now we got to get Mind's weakness up. Stunning is, I think, less important. We'll have the opportunity to stun next turn as we're going to have already rushed up this turn. Again, these are going to be quick explanations. Once again, if you really do want to see more in-depth analysis of card decision for turns, which I think is very interesting, please, you're more than welcome to check out my stream. I will post a link of it in the description of this video. But yeah, again, I'm just trying to get through this quickly so that it serves its purpose while being a reasonably watchable time. All right, so here we already have range for either of our range attacks. We could actually start one further back. We've got such good initiative that there's no risk. Guard's earliest initiative where they move is 30, so there's no risk. So we're going to use Thieves' Knives here. This gives us more flexibility to use Special Bow later. Thieves' Knives just does 1 more damage than, or sorry, Swift Bow, Special Bow. It's kind of a Special Bow, right? Thieves' Knives does 1 more damage. Actually, yeah, because the elites don't even have shield. So we'll be able to do 4 damage rather than 3, and we gain 1 experience, which is not irrelevant. So then we need to just move back, because after we attack, we certainly want to move back. Otherwise, we could do something like if we stood back 1, then we could use Swift Bow without needing to move, but we don't really have anything to gain without moving here. So we're just going to play a move, our card we don't really care about. So our good attacks we want to keep. In this room, we're not likely to need that much movement, so we can actually just play Backstab. Do we still have good initiatives if we could play Backstab? We've got a 4, a 12. That's not great, actually. I wouldn't mind keeping this for the initiative, I suppose. Venom Shiv is interesting because it has good synergy, actually, with the Mind Thief. Actually, I think we can just play Smoke Bomb. This will allow us, if they don't move up enough, then we can actually, no, because we're never going to pull. We're just going to do this as a generic move too anyway. But the point is I just want to get rid of my, well, actually, it's silly. I mean, I'm always going to end up playing one, like, I'm always going to end up playing Thief Snack plus an attack, but I guess that can be this. It gives me early initiative. Because if I keep, I'll have 3 turns left pre-rest. So I'd like to get, I guess, theoretically, keep the option to go before them each time.
but I also want to have the option to move away from them and do a ranged attack if I need to kite. I also like getting bottom value, but I guess, all right, if I'm going to do this plus this one turn, then I'm going to use these two for initiative. They're both going to be bottom actions, not top actions. So the question is, yeah, basically whether I think I want to poison one of them, oops, by using the bottom special mixture, or whether I care about having initiative by using these two cards. Mm, how valuable is the poison? Poison's pretty good for the Mind Thief. All right, let's just play this. We'll worry less about the initiatives. We'll just say that we are going to use the bottom poison action ones. All right. So let's give it a go. So we place our cards in these spaces. The top card needs to be the leading card, which is going to determine our initiative. Once they're here, we press F to flip them over. Otherwise, if you're playing with multiple people, you actually want to flip them over before you put them here so your teammates don't see them. In this case, all right, I'll show you how we do that. So in this case, I just grab my card out and I press F to flip it over. Because when cards are in my hand, my allies, if I'm playing multiplayer, will not see them. So if I just grab it out, they still don't actually see it. And then I press F before placing it, and they still don't see it. Right. It doesn't actually matter which one of these is first, because the cards can't go before 12. But theoretically, just for argument's sake, in case I didn't know the guards' initiatives, I would place like this. Also, I need to uneliminate guards now, so as to make sure that they will automatically flipped. All right, so we've got everything placed. Once we have everything placed, we simply press reveal, which will automatically do everything for us for the round. And we can see the initiative order over here. Again, we want to make sure that we have all the other monsters not eliminated or that are not on the board eliminated. Otherwise, we'll have some issues with this. So here it flips over the guard for us, who does a 50 plus 0 plus 0. So it's pretty standard, easy stuff. So we're going to lead with our Scoundrel, as we can see here, which is player 2, who's going to do an attack 2, range 3, target 2, using Thief's Knives. So we're going to gain our 1 experience first. We can simply do that by clicking this button right here next to the player. This gives the experience will be tracked down here. You can do it there as well. It's just easier looking here. And we're going to attack both targets. We only have 2 choices, so we'll do 5 and then 3. We just have to declare our order before attacking. All right. Our modifier deck is down here. There is a button to where is it? Draw player attack modifier here, but then you're only going to see a number, and I prefer to see the cards themselves, which is the reason why I come down here each time. But teach their own. If you prefer to just do it like this, then you can press here. So we'll say this is for the first one, and you'll just see what you drew up here, but you won't actually see the card. I like the visual feedback. All right. We've got to set their healths. There are a lot of different ways to set health. You can do it the traditional way by putting damage on them as you damage them. So like here, it's number 5. I did 1 damage to him, so I put 1 on him like this. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like that. You can also use these health trackers or dice to track health. So here I would set his health and then subtract. So he would be at 5. So I'd set him to 4 by pressing 4 and clicking on the mouse or on the die. But these can be a little fiddly, so I don't necessarily like that either. I actually find the easiest way to track health simply to right click on enemies and track them down here. So he would be at 5 normally, and then I subtract 1, putting him down to 4. This guy has 9 health and the other one has 5 health. All right, so 9 and then 5. So I can always see healths of enemies just by right clicking on them, or if I mouse over them for about 2 seconds, their health will pop up underneath. And I find this the easiest way to track. This was suggested by someone, and is the way that I go with. All right, so now we're going to do our other attack 2 on the elite guard. Again, flipping, plus 0, so 2 damage to him. Oops, and he goes down to 7. Easily enough. And then we're just gonna, do we need to, yeah, so they have plus 0 movement, so they will move 2, so they would attack us if we don't move back, so we'll move back 1. All right, then the guards go, elite first, they all just advance on us. They're rolling up, okay? Each time after the player's gone, I click, or the monster is gone, I click over here, which just shows that they've gone, plus we need to click through all these, otherwise it won't let us press the end the round button, which is going to be convenient. Okay. There's actually no button to discard cards as they're played. This doesn't really matter unless you're using stamina potions or something like that. So I just don't have to worry about it too much. When you press end around, they'll all be discarded if they weren't lost. If you do play a lost card, you'll press the lost button next to that card. If you play an active card, you'll press the active button, which will put it down in one of your active slots. But here I'm just leaving them here because they're discarded cards. Okay, so we're going to do a move 4 with the Mind Thief. We're going to try to focus down the regulars first. And we're going to try to stun the elite next turn, I guess. Seems pretty good. At the same time, the Scoundrel is going to want us to be adjacent to someone we can attack. 1, 2. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't. If we did have the boots, we could. We can't get all the way to here. It's a little difficult, actually. All right. So I guess our plan is actually going to be to let the Scoundrel try to finish off number 5, since the Scoundrel can do an attack 5, even if we get a -1. So basically, only a -2 or miss would lead to the Scoundrel not killing this guy next turn. So but we need to be adjacent to him. So if we move here, I guess it's supposed to be like that. No, I don't. It's kind of. He's meant to be diagonal. I don't know. If we go here, the Scoundrel can go here, and this will allow us to attack. In this case, though, we don't want to attack here. Really, what we would like is to be able to attack the other regular guard so that we can hopefully kill him next turn. Um, but that's at the same time, the Elite only has 2 more health and does hit for 1 more damage, so it's not so bad to kill the Elite as well. So we'll just move up here using a move 4 on the bottom of Gnawing Horde, and then we're going to do the top of Mind's Weakness, which gives us 1 experience and performs an attack 3. We're target the Elite, because again, we don't need any extra damage for the Scoundrel to kill the regular. So let's flip. -1, so 2 damage, so he's down to 5. So theoretically, the Scoundrel could actually kill him, although that's much riskier because she does, so like I said, here since he's at 4 life, if she draws a -1, a +0, a +1, a +2, or a crit, he dies. Only a -2 or a miss, which is going to be 2 out of 19, would actually lead to him not dying. Here, all the -1s will actually lead to not death as well, and we've got only 1 -1 gone, so we have a much higher chance of not killing him. We really just want to make sure we eliminate as many of them as possible before they go. Alright, so Mind Thief is gone. Mind's Weakness is actually active, so again, I'm going to press active over here, which is going to put it up there. And then I'm just going to press end the round, which is going to discard the remaining cards. It will tick down any elements or anything like that. And if any of these decks need to be reshuffled, it will reshuffle them automatically. Okay, same with all of the modifier decks, which is really convenient. Okay, so next turn, our plan is pretty obvious. Like I said, Scoundrel needs to move up here and, well, move to somewhere adjacent to this guy and blow him up using one of our attack 5s. In this case, I guess we can try to move all the way around, maybe? Which will just give us more options in the future. We should have actually used our poison dagger on him there. This was a mistake. Oops. I always forget to use this item. I do think it's, well, I think it's kind of garbage, but I always forget to use it, which makes it more garbage, right? So we can't actually poison him and damage him, or attack him, unfortunately, which would help to make sure that the Mind Thief can actually kill this guy. So what's the best we can do then? Probably just moving up, attacking him. How much do we want to move then? So we can use our early attack, but our early attack gives us more flexibility, so better to use our later attack now and to use an early initiative move, which I guess is going to mean that, yeah, we want to do this, because we do want to go before they can go at 15. So backstab. Oops. Backstab for leading initiative. We'll see how much of the movement we actually use, and then single out as an attack 5. Okay, and then the Mind Thief. So this is interesting. It's a shame to use Frigid Apparition without having Ice up because then we're not going to stun, but it is actually... Wait, no, we have another attack 5 in Perverse... no, not in Perverse Edge, in... no, we don't. That's our only actual attack 5. Yeah, these are both +2s, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. So it is our only attack 5 since we don't have any conditions. If you put the poison on him, this would be very easy. So this is definitely a mistake, but whatever. It's not like it's really difficult. We're going to win this very easily anyway. The reason is so we can do what we're going to do no matter what is Perverse Edge plus an attack. By doing an attack 5 on him, if we get +0 or higher, we do kill him, which will allow us to Perverse Edge stun him. So we'll attack. We'll use our melee attack first. And if we don't kill him with our attack, then we can just use Perverse Edge either to finish him or just to make sure he's stunned, so that the elite doesn't attack. So in that case, we are going to use Frigid Apparition, even though it's a shame to use it without the ice up because we're not going to stun. It's not like we're going to have any difficulty killing a 5 HP enemy next turn, and this does give us the possibility of getting the best possible outcome. We could use a loss for attack 5, stuff like that, but that's just nonsense. We don't need any losses here. Okay, all set. Let's reveal. Doing ranged attacks doesn't really matter. We're just going to be stopping these guys from basically doing anything. All right, so the Scoundrel goes first. Do move 6 on backstab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can just go all the way around here. This just give us more flexibility to potentially do 2 attacks against this guy next turn, since we don't necessarily need to move. This will draw aggro from the one that lives, but if we don't kill this one, stun this one, but we actually have more health than the Scoundrel. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we gain 1 XP. We do an attack 5 on the regular Vanguard number 5 on the left. +0, just like we drew it up. We could have killed the elite, but we wanted to be safe. So we're just going to drag this guy over to here, put him back in the box, just allow us to reshuffle it and draw more cards out if we need to. We're going to put a coin where he died, just dragging it from there. Okay, so Scoundrel's done. Now it's the Mind Thief. So the Mind Thief, like I said, is going to do an attack 3 first with the +2 from Mind's Weakness. So this is an attack 5 on the elite. If we get a +0 or higher, he's dead. Oh, yeah, unfortunate, but it happens. All right, so he actually goes down to 1. And then we are going to use Perverse Edge, maybe to finish him, although we are going to have disadvantage. But the point is, whether we finish him or not, or just stun him, we're still eliminating 1 attacker regardless. It's not like we can't do 5 damage to this guy next turn. um, between the two of us very, very easily. So here we just eliminate the higher damage attacker, which is the attack 3 rather than the attack 2 from the elite, whether we kill him or not. So we will use Perverse Edge. Oops, yeah. The bottom of Perverse Edge, creating an ice, gaining 1 experience. And we're going to do an attack 1 disadvantage on the elite guard who is next to us. So let's draw. Well, we still have to draw 2 even though we know this fails. Alright, so he doesn't die, but he is stunned. So we just drag a stun, put it on top of him, just to make it easy. Alright, so the Mind Thief is done. Does the Mind Thief want to stamina potion some things back? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary at all. We still have some decent initiative. Actually, we need to check our initiatives, because we do need the Mind Thief to be adjacent to the guard in order to back up next turn. So can we go... Oh, we've got 4. Mind Thief can't top that. So it actually the Scoundrel who probably needed to stamina potion back something, so that she could actually get an initiative where she could just go after the Mind Thief, which I guess was Smoke Bomb. Yeah. If we done Smoke Bomb at 12, we could do Empathetic Assault at 11. We should still be okay, though. All right. Well, because the point is, again, I want all these to be above 15. We can still go after the Mind Thief, but just not pre-15, which gives the guards a chance to act. Otherwise, they would have no chance to act. All right. So now the guards go. So it's a move -1, but they still have 1 move. So, yeah, we're not going to get to do everything we want because he moves back. Yeah, it actually sucks to do a ranged attack because otherwise the Scoundrel could use her bottom attack to finish this guy off and then top attack to finish it. I mean, to kill this guy. We'll still be okay. We can just do 2 attacks. We're fine. All right. So there's attack +0. So attack 2. It's targeting a Scoundrel because Scoundrel was the focus. So here we draw the monster modifier. Ooh, +2. Wow, not bad. All right. All right. So we can set the health on here, but we should remember to do it up here. We can just add 1 damage here. So 4 damage on the Scoundrel. Okay. And then we end the round. So the Scoundrel has a pretty easy turn here, I guess. Not that easy, actually, because the initiative is the issue. So we can do 2 attacks. We can do Swift Blow plus Thief Snack. Swift Bow plus Thief Snack. We only have a 1 out of 3 for them to go before us. Oh yeah, sorry, the stun is gone. He just didn't go because he had stun. So I think this is still worth trying. We can get a little bit punished here. We still got some health to spare. We'll be alright, worst case scenario, even if they do go before us. Even if they go before us, only 1 out of 2 that they actually attack, and the other one is Shield Retaliate, in which case we still should kill with our attack 3. Alright, so then the Mind Thief is just going to run up on this guy and pop him off. So we're basically just going to do either attack 4. I mean, actually, any card is in attack 4, but we might as well use one that gives us experience. In this case, losing the loot is a little bit of a shame, because the loot is actually something we can do after we're done with the room. But I don't mind going before 15. I also don't necessarily want to use the healing in case I do take damage. It would be good to have the option to heal afterwards in case I don't kill this one. And it goes. I don't like any of my options so much here. I always want to do one of these 2 attacks. We've only got 2 things. I mean, well, all right, we're just going to play into the night. I think having healing is a little bit safer. Again, I'm just trying to beat this scenario and not pick up all the coins, so I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll use this because this goes before 15, and we'll do one of our 2 attacks. Both these attacks are equally mediocre, but both of them are just attack 4, 1 XP because of the mind's weakness. So which one? I guess there's a better chance that I would want this. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We'll just pick one of them. All right. Let's reveal. Please no 15. 15. And the attack. That's actually the worst possible outcome. All right. So the Mind Thief's going to go now. So we're actually going to have to change our plans a little bit here, but that's okay. By going before 15, we give ourselves this option. So the Mind Thief is actually just going to have to kill this guy. Since this guy's actually not going to attack, since he only attacks melee, since he doesn't move, if we just kill this one, none of them attack. So we still get a decent turn, even if it's not as efficient because we're not using all the attacks. All right, so we're going to start by doing Fearsome Blades. We gain 1 experience to do an attack 2, plus 2 for Mind's Weakness, so 4 on the Elite. The Elite does not have a shield 1 yet because he is not gone. -2, but this is still 2 attack, so more than enough to kill someone with 1 HP. Still close, some bad modifier draws for sure. Then we'll use the bottom of Into the Night just to move and grab one of these coins. This one puts us 1 closer to him, so we'll grab that one. I said I wasn't going to focus on grabbing coins, but I'm still not. I mean, this is what I would do here. Okay, then the guard goes. He shields and attacks. Can't attack anyone because no one's next to him, so it's just a shield. So then the Scoundrel gets to go. So we can only make this attack. I mean, we could move up and do a generic attack too, but that's just not good. So we'll start by doing our attack. We always attack first because it gives us unknown information, or reveals unknown information, which is the outcome of our attack. So we do attack 3 on this guy who has 1 shield, +1, so that's 4, but he has 1 shield, so he takes 3, so he goes down to 2 life. Easy enough to finish him off. And since I have no bottom attack anymore, there's no real advantage to starting the round next to him, so I will just move over and grab this coin because I am role-playing a Scoundrel. Having a sip of water. Hold on. All right, then we end the round. So now we've got another round, another day, another dollar, right? All right, we're just going to do the same thing again for the Mind Thief, just trying to make sure we kill this guy. We're just going to have redundancy in killing him. So we're going to go 11. We don't need the healing at this point because we kill him before we go, and we never took damage, so we just use both these with 11 initiative. What the Scoundrel's going to do is to go also we want to actually, now, we'd like to use the heal, but if we, unfortunately, we can't go after the Mind Thief, but before the guards can possibly go, even at 30, where they move attack, I think we can count on the Mind Thief to get a kill. So we can play our heal here, which will allow us to long rest next turn to be at full health. Seems pretty good. We actually forgot to use our leather armor. Oops. I mean, I don't really ever use this item, so. Yeah, let's do this. So the question is, we can either do our 2 attack. I mean, we could do 4 and 60 to just go make sure we kill him. But the only risk here, I mean, the Mind Thief's doing an attack 4 on him, so it's only a 1 of 15 that he misses. I think we can take this risk, and this allows us to heal ourselves, which is not insignificant gain. Okay, let's reveal. Yeah, they went at 50. We went at 33 anyway, actually. So we played our early initiative, so we still have some options because we can always still like move up and do an attack if we have to. All right, so Mind Thief goes first. We're going to do move to heal to self. This doesn't matter. We can move to either of these 2 spots. We'll just go a little bit further because this gives the Scoundrel more flexibility while still putting both of us as close to the door as possible. Now we don't heal, and then we just gain 1 experience doing an attack 4 on top. All right, no miss. This guy's dead. Put him back in the box. Now we can shuffle it up by mousing over and pressing R. Drop the coin there. All right. So Scoundrel. Well, I mean, let's be honest, we are a Scoundrel. So we will still do this the right way. 1, 2, 3, moving to there, using the bottom of Venom Shiv, and then the top of Special Mixture to do a heal 3 self. In this case, I think we'll not actually long rest since we put ourselves further away from the door. And we don't have much to gain, it's just 1 health, since we haven't used any refreshable items. Oops, click through, and the guards are now eliminated, so I just press this over here. This will stop them from flipping again. All right, and we end the round. So Scoundrel needs to do a short rest. We're doing a short rest because the Mind Thief still has a turn here. And again, we don't have much to gain from a long rest. Or a Thief stack. Alright, that's a little bit of a shame because we like the bottom attack, but we're not going to reroll for this because we have much better cards. And then the Mind Thief. Alright, so we both do our turns. Mind Thief has a move 4 and then a move 3, attack 3. So this gives us a lot of flexibility for going into the next room. We'll see which initiative. We're just going to drop both of them there for now. And it's going to be dependent on the Scoundrel. So I guess the Scoundrel really wants the Mind Thief to go first. This Mind Thief's next to the target. Otherwise, we can do ranged attacks, which gives us a little bit more flexibility to not necessarily have to move adjacent to enemies. But the Mind Thief theoretically, well, yeah, this gives us the option to kite. Actually, yeah, the best option here is probably going to be to kite enemies back into this room rather than running in and taking too much damage. So I guess this is why I wish I had the boots. If I had the boots here for the Mind Thief, I had a really good turn where I could do this move 5 on top with an attack 3, and then I could do move 4 getting away from them. This would be a great way to open the door and then run away, drawing them back. Anyway, if we're going to draw them back for the Scoundrel, we're going to do ranged attack. Since we're going to go, the goal is going to be to try to go after them. That is the downside of the other card we lost. It wasn't one of our later initiatives. We just have an 86. So we're going to play single out for initiative because we want them to come up, and then I guess we'll do throwing knives again just because it does more damage and gives experience. Experience is always nice. Okay, so in that case, since we're going at 86, we can do either of the initiatives for this Mind Thief. It doesn't actually change anything, but I'll just do it like this. So, all right, let's reveal. So Mind Thief goes first. So we're going to do the top first anyway, because like I said, our goal at this point is going to be draw enemies further towards us rather than to rush into a room that can have a bunch of enemies, especially because we haven't seen archers yet, so there's a decent chance there's going to be archers in this room, and we don't want to get beaten up with ranged attacks while we try to rush down people. So we'll take 1 turn of drawing them in, and then after that we'll rush them down. Kind of the same thing we've done here, which is usually going to be our strategy when playing 2 relatively squishy melees who have high damage like this. So we might as well use Scurry first. The only upside with Scurry is if there is an enemy just adjacent to the door, then we will actually get to attack them and then move back. Whereas if we use the move first, we're never going to get to move back because we couldn't use Scurry to like move up and move back and attack. So we'll use Scurry first. So we do move 3 with Scurry, 1, 2, 3. And this is why I do really wish I had the boots rather than the stupid Venom Dagger, Poison Dagger, whatever. which just gives a lot more flexibility. Surely enough, there's no enemy next to the door. All right, we do need to place stuff. Ooh, our ability to disarm traps is going to be a little bit I mean, losing the ability to disarm traps could be punishing here if we don't manage to push one of these into these traps, because then we'll have to tank. Although our difficulty level is so low that it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, so we did shuffle this, but I'll shuffle it again just to make sure. All right, so we have 2 out. This is an elite, so we set it back to regular, because we just have 2 regular guards in this room. And we'll shuffle this, even though again we've already shuffled it, just because we have. Oh no, we have 1. So we'll just grab the first one out. For some reason, I thought we had 2 regulars, but we have 1 elite guard, bandit archer in here, who's going to be all the way in the back. Okay, so now we're going to uneliminate both the enemy types that are here, and since it's already done the automated reveal for the round when we did reveal, we just need to draw manually by pressing this button, 1 for each of them, and then this will appropriately put them in the initiative order. Although of course the Mind Thief finishes his turn first. All right. So the question is, how much do we need to move back? How much movement do these guys have? Vanguards have +1, so they have 3, 1, 2, 3, so they can make it to the door. So if we get this far back, they can't hit us, which is again what we're doing with the bottom of feedback loop. Archer doesn't even move, so yeah. So at this distance, nothing can hit us, which puts us safe. All right, so player 1 is done. Now the guards go. So like I said, the guards have +1 move, so this gives them 3 movement. So number 2 goes first, does 1, 2, 3, and number 3 goes and does 1, 2. Okay, then the archer goes. The archer doesn't move at all, just does a range attack, so it just stays back there. It's actually pretty good for us. It's going to allow us to fight these guards without having to worry about the archer so much. Okay, and then for the scoundrel, we need to move up so that we get in range of both of them. We can just move up to here. We don't have any advantage of going next to them. It would just give us a disadvantage for a range attack since we don't have a bottom non-move attack anymore. So moving up here, using the bottom of single out as a generic move 2, and then we're going to use the top of throwing knives. We gain 1 experience. Do an attack 2, targeting 2 and 3 in that order. 3 damage and 1 damage. Okay, so 3 damage. This guy has 5 health by default, so he's down to 2 health. This guy has 5 health by default, and he took just 1 damage. He's down to 4. We'll also set the archer's health. Elite band archer on level 0 has 6 health. Pretty easy. Okay, and no real reason to stamina push anything back. I think. I guess the argument for stamina pushing something back is we get throwing knives again. If we get a +0 or higher, we actually kill this one, which is not bad. Just playing the same 2 cards again. Yeah, because otherwise we're wasting a big attack on someone with 2 health because the Scoundrel can't really get to this back one. I mean, we could just Swift Bow him. Actually, that's fine. We don't need a stamina potion here because we're getting the round. We can just use a Swift Bow, which is kind of, again, a weaker attack to kill him. And then what we're going to do actually is, the problem is we go after 30 here. I still think this is going to be fine because we just saw their 30 card there. I'm not sure if they have 2 30s or not. But by using Swift Bow, this makes it so that even if we get a -1, we still kill. So again, we only don't kill this guy on a -2 or a miss. And then after that, we can move up and put poison on this guy, which will help a lot for the Mind Thief, who gets benefits from conditions. So here, general rule for the Mind Thief, assuming you don't need an immediate burst of strength, anytime you would go down to an anytime you're short resting, or resting, sorry, on an even number of cards, you'd like to recover the Mind's weakness, because you can recover this whenever you want. While you do rests, because you can always just put it directly into your discard. But if you're resting, this will give you 1 extra turn, yeah. If I'm at 8 cards here instead of 9, and I get this back, I go back to, I get draw 8 cards, so I get 1 extra turn. Here by 9, I'm going down to 8 cards no matter what, so I don't get 1 extra turn by bringing this back, so I will leave it there. So to short rest, sorry, yeah, I should explain this. I guess I already did one, yeah, without explaining it, my bad. So I'm going to click and drag all this, bring it over here. I'm going to press F to flip it over, press R to shuffle it, and then I'm just going to drag 1 card out. Gnawing Horde, all right, that's fine, that's one of our worst cards. We basically just had it for a move 4. And then again, I'm going to switch it over to the Mind Thief so that I draw the cards into his hand. Okay, so we know the Scoundrel is going to be Swift Bowing and going around 30 initiative, so we want to go after the Scoundrel. This is a little bit difficult. Actually, it's not that difficult at all. It works out pretty well. So, yeah, like I said, Scoundrel is Swift Bow plus Special Mixture. The order really doesn't matter because I don't believe the guards can go between 30. I guess because the Archer could go before, and if the Archer moves up and attack, we wouldn't want to get attacked, so it's better to go the slightly later initiative here. Okay, so that means if she's going at 36, we need to go after her because we want to take advantage of the poison on the remaining guard, which should allow us to kill him by using Submissive Affliction. Because Submissive Affliction, we get +1 for the poison, +1 for this. We get +1 for the condition, having condition, and then +1 for the poison. So this will actually make this an attack 6 with the Mind's weakness. So in that case, we're just gonna, how much movement do we need to get next to? So I guess the Scoundrel can do 2 or 3, so it can go there or there. So really we only need 2 movement. So we can play basically any card we want. What is a card we do not want? We probably want some more movement. We want Perverse Edge. We want basically, yeah, like all our good cards. So the cards we want going forward will be like Perverse Edge and Frigid Apparition because these cards are really, really good. Fearsome Blade, we actually might want to push someone into the trap, so that's pretty important. Scurry actually allows us to use Perverse Edge, maybe. Yeah, we can just get rid of Into the Night. This is fine. We don't really care about Into the Night or Empathetic Assault or Feedback Loop are the least relevant, but Feedback Loop is our only remaining move 4, and we're going to need that to approach there. So it's really Empathetic Assault or Into the Night, but Into the Night's easier because we might need healing. All right, revealing 15. Well, it's good and it's bad, right? It's actually still pretty good. So you're going to have shield 1, which is a little bit annoying, but they're also not going to do anything. The archer is, once again, not moving. So guards go first. They shield and attack. They're not adjacent to anyone, so their attacks mean nothing. So now this counter goes. We're going to do an attack 3, range 4, targeting guard number 2 with Swift Bow. So we do have to get a +0 or higher now because... Oh, that's so bad. That is really bad, unfortunately. That's going to make our entire turn much, much, much worse. Because of his shield 1 now, our attack, so we did attack 3, -1 there, -1 here, so this ends up only being 1 damage. This one's going to live at 1 life. Oh well, I mean, you win some, you lose some. So now we're actually just going to move up to here and poison this clown, which is really unnecessary, but we've got, I mean, we can't jump or anything, and we can't poison because we're not adjacent through the wall, which is unfortunate. And so then the Mind Thief goes. So we're just going to do our generic move 2, move up to here, and then we do an attack. So attack 6, gain 1 experience, and flip, targeting the only guard we can. What? All right, all right, all right. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't matter what would have happened here. So our attacks, like we would have done attack 6 on this one, but we wouldn't have actually killed it either because we would have just flipped a miss. But yeah, we had a 6 on a 1. This is some bad flips this turn, but it happens, it happens. All right, Archer goes, does nothing. I mean, we're also getting, well, this wasn't so lucky. This was lucky, though. The fact that he's still just doing nothing back there. All right, so we press end the round. So how can we easily finish these clowns off here? All right, so Mind Thief has some pretty good stuff here. So we do have line of sight on this guard here because you just have to draw from corner to corner, and so this corner to that corner reaches, but this does count as range 2, to the best of my knowledge. At least this is how we play it. And I believe that we did find the ruling which supports this. So anyway, we can actually hit this with Perverse Edge, and we are not counted as adjacent to him, so we will not be disadvantaged. So we can stun this one, and we can kill this one pretty easily doing a top attack of some sort. The attack really doesn't matter. We might as well. No, we want to keep Fearsome. We can always stand and push and Fearsome Blade back, I guess. Yeah, and we don't necessarily want to advance because it's just more likely to put us in the range of the archer. So using something like Scurry, well, it doesn't really change anything either way. And we'll keep Frigid Apparition for the following turn. I mean, yeah, because we were just going to Scurry first and Perverse Edge him. We don't want to Perverse Edge him because it's disadvantage. So if we get a minus, well, even a -1 we don't kill, but still disadvantage. And stunning the one that we may not kill is still better. So yeah, and we're going to want to definitely keep Frigid Apparition for the following turn because we'll have Ice after this. 1, 2, 3. The archer would have to move a lot, which is not going to. Man, not having the boots is so much worse. This stupid dagger. This is why I absolutely recommend having the boots over the stupid dagger. This stupid dagger. All right. So we'll just do, I guess. No, we don't want to do Fearsome Blade because we want to keep the experience. So what can we do? I guess Empathetic Assault. We're just going to do it as generic attack 2, which will just be an attack 4, which is still enough to kill this guy. We're going to go to our earlier initiative. This gives the Scoundrel more flexibility to go after us because the Scoundrel does want to go after us, so she can move up and attack this one. That works perfectly because we've got a 12. Or we can always pull him to us if we need to. Either works. And because he's going to be stunned, we don't need to do such a big attack, although we still can. If the Mind Thief kills this one, then we can pull him onto here and then attack with Flanking Strike for a big attack just to make sure we kill it. Also, either way, we get 1 experience. And yeah, I mean, that's basically everything. Also, the following turn, we might be the only one to be able to approach the archer. So in that case, Venom Shiv would actually be a better attack than Flanking Strike. So Smoke Bomb for 12 and Flanking Strike for hitty hitty. Stabby stabby, I guess. All right, let's reveal. So Archer does finally move, is just going to move 2, -1 range, so definitely not hitting anyone. Man, level 0 enemies, huh? All right, so Mind Thief goes first. We're always going to do our top attack first because it doesn't maybe change what we do with our bottom. So our top attack is just going to be the top of Empathetic Assault is generic attack 2, plus the 2 from his weakness, +1 from poisonous, attack 5 on this guy with 1 health. Alright. Dead. So delete the poison, and then put him back into the box. Drop a coin. And then we're going to use Perverse Edge, creating an ice. So we do this by clicking here. We gain 1 experience, and we do an attack 1, range 2, targeting the other guard. Flipping. Another miss. We are good at this, but this is okay. It was more for the stun. We don't care so much about the 1 damage attack. So if we're going to flip and miss, better it's there. All right. So then it is the... Excuse me, some phlegm in my throat. The Scoundrels turn, so we're going to use Smoke Bomb. We're going to pull this guy to us. This allows us to not have to move up. I guess moving up... Oh, no, but he doesn't count as adjacent. So yeah, in order to get the adjacency bonus, in order to backstab, whatever. All right, he's on that tile. He's dead in a second anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In order to get the adjacency bonus, we do need him, the backstab bonus, we need him to be adjacent to the Mind Thief, so this is the reason the pulling is good. Pulling is also going to create a double stack of coins, which is some extra value. So we gain 1 experience for making a flanking strike attack, which is an attack 5, targeting this guy with 4 health. -1 still does it, because he has 4 health. Oops. Spacebar resets camera anytime you do that. 4 health because the 1 from throwing knives, so this is still exactly enough. We're also drawing some really exceptionally bad modifiers this game. But we're playing it easy, so it just doesn't matter. And a coin there. And that's our turn. Stun didn't matter, but stun was more of a safety measure, just in case of a worst case. So guards are eliminated. I don't actually need to click that. I just click over here now that they're eliminated so that they don't keep flipping and they don't have an initiative order, so it doesn't matter. Then Archer moves for 2, 1, 2, and can only go to there. All right. End round. Oops, didn't click that. Yeah, end round. All right, we're going to go as late as possible because we want the Archer. Let's see. So the Archer has... Oh, it's an elite. Whoops. Still only 2 movement? What? Jeez. All right. So yeah, it moves 2 and has range 3, but well, actually -1, 1, 2. I mean, can't attack anything. So it has 2 movement, 1, 2, and range 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. So if we go after it, assuming it gets like a standard +0/+0, then it actually cannot hit us. Although +0/+0 is pretty uncommon for archers, still. By going later, it gives us more of a chance to be able to get in range and hit her, and to have her go before us so that her attack is wasted by not attacking anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we can, again, we're going to do this where we're going to go as late as possible. And our goal is actually going to be to push her into the trap so that we can break one of those traps. So we don't have to tank it to go through the next room. Although I guess we both do have jump, but still. This is just going to be slightly better. If she doesn't move up, we can always just stamina push in back to get Fearsome Blade and then to push her in the trap. Since there's a chance. I mean, I guess we do have jump. Scoundrel does have jump as well, right? Just on Swiftbow. Just a jump 2. No boots. No, there's no jump. No, I guess we enhance that with jump in our game or something like that. All right. So, yeah, I think we enhance it with +1 moves. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't know why I thought she had jump. So she doesn't have jump. So we do really want to push this guy, this girl actually, this archer into the trap. So we're going to take our 2 shots at doing it. Like I said, if it doesn't work out this turn, at least we'll have moved up, and then we'll just stamina push him back, Fearsome Blade, plus, another card, maybe this, maybe something else, in order to make sure that we do then, after going like 1, 2, 3, 4, then we can do 1, 2, whatever, and push her into a trap, just to make an opening to go into the next room. All right, let's reveal. So Archer flips well, kind of what we're looking for, except -1 move, but still going before us. This is still pretty good. So -1 move, moves just to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This does work actually, because we can't actually push into there. So this is good. This is good. All right. So Archer's done. She doesn't have range to attack us because she has range 3, because she's kind of a joke. So we now have a move 6 on the bottom of backstab. There's no reason we're going to try to use the top of backstab as a loss here, and Venom Shiv is just a better attack. And then a default attack. So we're doing move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way up here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I think it's worth it. I mean, with how much I've gotten punished, it makes sense that I could get punished the other way here. How much have we gotten punished? I shouldn't even be doing this, but now I've started, so I can't stop. Yeah, pretty punished. Well, yeah. I'm just greedy for the 1 experience. Although at the same time, I'm never gonna play this like campaign again here. This is just a tutorial, so it's silly. But this is what I would do personally. So the way we get punished here is if we draw a crit, because then we're to do 6 damage and kill her. That doesn't seem like it's a punish, but it is, because then we won't be able to knock her into a trap anymore, and we'll actually have to tank the trap. But we only 1 out of 12 to get a crit, and we get 1 experience, and I'm not passing up 1 experience. So gain 1 experience, make Venom Shiv attack 3, Flip. +1. Perfect. All right. She takes 4 damage. She's from 6 down to 2, and she's poisoned. Oh, no, that was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. I forgot. Now the Mind Thief's attack is just going to kill her. We're never going to push her. Yeah, I should not have done that. Ah, we're going to be taking traps for our stupidity, but that's fine. I mean, anyway, this is... I actually didn't even pay attention to this, but I did actually. Yeah, I was the first one to kill because I killed that guy on the left. Yep. And what was yours again? Oh yeah, so we do need a long rest at some point. Well, I mean, whatever. I'm just trying to get through this scenario. Yes, this was actually stupid. I should never have had this Scoundrel attack. I should have just moved up because I think the trap damage is really low. So here's the rulebook. So anytime we need to look at rulebook stuff, we can just state it from here. But we know that the last page is actually the cheat sheet. So on 0, trap damage is 2. So yeah, only at a +0 does the Mind Thief kill. So I guess there is some small risk, but not really. It's still better than having to tank the trap. Well, again, the trap is just 2 damage here, so it's not the end of the world. All right, our turn's done. Mind Thief doesn't move 4 using the bottom of feedback loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, let's just kill him. Again, never playing this campaign again, so it doesn't matter. All right. And, sorry, then after using the bottom feedback loop, we're going to do the top of Fearsome Blade, which is attack 4, push 3, gain 1 experience. So we gain our 1 experience. We'd actually like to get a miss here. We've gotten a lot in a row. Can we get one more time? One time. Nope. All right. So this attack 4 +1 from the poison, actually 5. Kills this archer immediately, so we do not get to remove one of the traps. Oopsies. Oh well. Like I said, I'm kind of rushing through this and not really considering everything, just to get through it quickly so that people... you people. It's like, I explained this, it's nothing to do like that. I mean, obviously I'm not referring to any specific group. Yeah, you people who don't know how to play Gloomhaven on Tabletop Simulator. It's more just, I struggle because I'm originally from the Midwest, and we say you guys, and I'm trying to break myself of the habit of saying this because it can be slightly politically correct, incorrect, sexist, a bit, just assuming gender. I don't really want to start a discussion about this, but yeah. So I try to get away from this, and for some reason now I inadvertently say you people, which is, I mean, with such a vague audience like this, I think it's probably still less politically incorrect, but still not something you should probably be saying. I mean, yeah, you Gloomhaven players are all one dirty group of people. All right, end round. Sorry for that bit of a digression there. And now we're going to do the next round. So, still no reason really to long rest here, just short rest. We'd like to keep our heal since we're going to tank a trap. All right, we're going to take, I mean, we got plenty of cards. We got 1 room left. Doesn't really matter what we do, to be honest. All right. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna rush in. It sucks because we don't have big moves, but this is okay. I mean, we do with this, but we really don't want to play the bottom Frigid Apparition. Not that the bottom loss isn't okay, but the top of this card is just so good, especially with Perverse Edge still in our deck. So let's do some. I mean, we're just gonna play our 2 cards. Whatever. We could take a short rest to have some more options here, but again, I'm just playing things out. And not caring. All right. So the Mind Thief, since he does a move 2 and then a move 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, can get pretty far into this room. Yeah, like this. So we can hit almost anything. So we can assume that he'll be adjacent to stuff. As we know how the room is actually in real life, because I've done this scenario so many times, not really going to work. I think I would probably just, as usual, when breaching a room, go with a ranged attack anyway. I think that's just the safer play. So who's going to tank the trap? I guess it's going to be the Scoundrel who goes first here. So, but Swipo doesn't let us actually get into the room because it allows us to pick up the coin on route. But yeah, all right. We'll just use Venom Shiv as a move 5, I guess. And we'll probably use throwing knives. We should, with move 5, be able to hit 2 targets with throwing knives. As it turns out, we know that there are skeletons in this room because we haven't seen them yet. Actually, that's fair. And throwing knives is actually really bad against skeletons because they have. Oh no, my God! The level 0 skeletons don't even have shield. All right, all right. I've actually never in my life faced level 0 enemies before, so this is all kind of a new experience to me. But yeah, they don't have shield, so that's cool. Cool. Oh, I forgot to eliminate the archers there. And so we reveal. So we go 10. We're doing move 5. 1, 2, 3. We'll tank the bottom trap actually, since it's all the same amount of movement. It does 2 damage to us. I should have done it there. We get to this door with 3 movement. Placing this here. Set up the room. So yeah, just the 2 skeletons in the back. We'll shuffle this again. Our treasure chest. Bunch of money. Scoundrel's eyes just lit up. Actually, so what I'm going to do here, just to show you the easier way to do this that I should be doing is, so you just mouse over something, press Control C, this copies it. Yeah, I think I already explained that. And then we just paste it a couple times by pressing Control V. All right, and we've got, here are our 2 regular archers. So shuffling and dealing them out. So we need to immediately reveal. So there are no more bandit guards, so I'm just going to clean this up. Just makes the area a little bit less distracting. We're going to uneliminate bones and bandit archers, and again, as usual, we're going to draw manually. Ooh, a mobilized attack. That's scary. With +1 range. This is actually this could be rough. So how far can they attack? They can attack 6 away because they got 2 move. Do they go before the bones? They do go before the bones. So actually only 1 move, 1 to here, and then 4 range, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so they can hit us if we're in the door, which normally we would be able to avoid. That +1 range is good for them, but it was about time they get some good flips because they've had some real bad ones. So if that's the case, all right, are bones moving? Bones are moving and attacking as well, and they're going. What I mean to say, yeah, is because if I go somewhere like here, then what's going to happen is actually, and the Mind Thief goes, well, I guess the Mind Thief will move all the way up. Yeah, so actually it won't matter. So I guess I can move up to here because it doesn't matter so much where we go. We can't jump past this obstacle. We're actually going to be a little bit of trouble for the immobilized next turn, but we still got Swift Bow, so we're kind of okay, or we can pull. So and the Mind Thief will end up going here and attacking one of these. So yeah, we could go attack the archers first because the archers are more of a threat since they attack from range. But if we attack these 2, how much health do these guys have? 5 health, 0 shield, huh? So let's set the health of everything. So these are 5s as well. This is a 5, and this is a 5. All right. So because these have 5 health, with our throwing knives we do 2 damage to each, and then with the Mind Thief we're going to do an attack 3, so theoretically we can kill one of them, which is worthwhile. The reason why the Mind Thief also is going to move up to here is, first of all, he needs to do it to melee attack, but also by not going somewhere like here or here, the Living Bones can't attack 2 targets, because even at level 0 they still have that ability. All right, so let's do the throwing knives, gain 1 experience, attack 2, targeting 2 skeletons, we'll do 6 and then 10. Nothing, +1. All right, this makes the target easy, so we will try to kill the number 10. This is the advantage of hitting the 2 targets, was that we kind of, like, even if we flip badly on one, as long as we flip decently, I mean, even a +0 on the other, we're still decent to kill that one. And here we got a +1, so it's pretty safe. All right, so we're done. So now the archers go. They have 4 range, 1, 2, 3, 4, so neither of them need to move. So both of them are going to make attacks, 1 and then 2. Their attack is -1, so this is an attack 1 immobilized in each cases, targeting a Scoundrel. So 2 damage. We're at 5 life. Yeah, we can take that. So 2 damage we take, and then 0 damage. All right, so we just took 2, and we get an immobilize. Okay, so we're done. I'm... Okay, well, I didn't actually realize that, yeah, forgot his initiative was 29. So actually he goes before. So this was a bit of a mistake there. It should have actually, and I mean, I have this, so it's so easy to pay attention. For some reason, I was just sure that he would go after the archers, since I thought he was going late. But I mean, it's like late for the Mind Thief, you know? Memes. All right, so he's actually going to be the one tanking these attacks. So we'll put you back up 2 health, and this Mind Thief is going to be immobilized. So all right, he does his 1/2 move as a default generic move on the bottom of Frigid Apparition, and then we're going to do Skirt the top of Scurry, which is a move 3, attack 1, but +2 because of his weakness. So we do an attack 3, targeting Living Bones number 10. Not using the dagger here, because we should kill with this, and we do. All right, so Living Bones is dead. Coin is there. And now he's done. So now, I mean, it's still the same flips. So +1 and a -1, so just 2 damage to the Mind Thief instead. And he is the one who gets immobilized, which is actually a little bit better for us. Okay, and then Living Bones go. Living Bones is going to make an attack. Man, well, all right, it's good that zero's so easy because people, when they play for the first times, usually don't have all the concepts down, so it's good to kind of ease them in, you know? All right, so this attacks for 1 on the Mind Thief. So 1 damage on the Mind Thief. Yeah, I mean, we didn't need to stamina push anything back. We're just never using our items. That's actually our battle goal, this scenario. Okay, so Scoundrel can just kill um, the living bones. And we can actually pick up a coin while we do it by using Swift Bow. So we can Swift Bow over to here. It sucks a little bit to lose Swift Bow, and this is another reason why I like having the boots on. I mean, like, basically, I would have had the boots over their, like, the leather armor and the potion, because the boots with a Swift Bow is amazing looting. So basically, by investing the 20 gold in the boots early on, with especially with the second edition Swift Bow, you're going to recoup a lot more money by using Swift Bow, which is going to pay for more items in the long run, like leather armor. So yeah, we can actually Swift Bow to here, which lets us pick up this coin en route while doing Flanking Strike, and we can go really early because of Flanking Strike's initiative. So this works. So this should kill this skeleton outright, which again is just the easier target for us to kill as the Scoundrel. And he's at 5 health, just like they're at 5 health. And since we're going to move up, he will actually be attacking 2 targets soon. The question is whether the Mind Thief can do something effective if we kill that target. So normally, if we wanted longevity here, we would recover the mind's weakness, but we're on the last room, so we would rather just the burst damage rather than longevity. All right, Fearsome Blade, you're gone. We only needed you for the traps anyway, and didn't even work out that way. So we have Empathetic Assault, which is a loss. It's fine to use losses at this point, so we can actually do this to disarm one of these archers, since we can't move this turn, and then we can I mean, we could stun. This is a safe play because this also sets us up to Frigid Apparition the following turn. Oh, actually, that creates ice, but who cares? I mean, we're just kind of ending this. This is the safe play anyway because this way we get a stun on this skeleton. So if the Scoundrel gets a -1 or lower, then even though we don't kill the skeleton is stunned, and so he does not do anything. So this looks good, and we just need a bottom that doesn't. I mean, that since this is a non-move. Mm, uh, Well, actually, I forgot about Submissive Affliction. To be honest, this card doesn't get used much. Invisibility doesn't really do anything for us. We don't really care. But Submissive Affliction might actually be better. We can actually have one of the archers just attack the skeleton, which is probably better. And we don't need to create the ice now since we're going to create the ice this way. So, all right, this works. We'll try out Submissive Affliction. Why not? All right. So everything's set. We reveal. Living Bones at 20. Doing heals. Archer's doing standard stuff. All right. So Scoundrel goes first. We use the bottom of Swift Bow as a move to loot as we move. For everything we move through. Just doing Scoundrel things. So we put this coin down here. That's where I like to keep them. And then we do the top of Flanking Strike, gain 1 experience, attack 5, targeting Living Bones. Oops. Moving around a little bit too much there. And a miss. All right, well, this was the downside of not doing the stun. This is worse. This is worse. But I couldn't really count on the miss, I guess. Oh well. We'll be all right. Do we want to stamina potion some stuff back? Yeah, we might as well. The reason why we want to do this is maybe we have to lose a card or something as well. So having more options for card loss. Well, plus, I mean, when else are we going to use the stamina potion? Next turn is basically the last real turn. So what we can do here, there's 2 ways of doing this, but the easiest way is just do the search function. Then we can see all our cards, we can mouse over them. So which 2 cards are we going to get back? Well, Flanking Strike is really good. And, oh no, 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 no. No, I don't want to stamina potion now. I take it back. Because yeah, I want to stamina potion back. I want to basically have 2 turns of Swift Bowing to pick up a bunch of coins because I'm a Scoundrel. So you can see what I'm doing here as a Scoundrel, which is I am again role-playing Scoundrel by prioritizing looting over actually being more effective in the scenario, which I think is a perfectly normal thing to do when you play this class, right? All right, on to the Mind Thief. So we're going to use Empathetic Assault first. We're going to gain 2 experience. We're going to create an ice, and we're going to attack one of these archers with it. The reason being, well, so first of all, this guy's going to do 1 damage twice. This is going to do 2 damage. It's basically the same amount of damage, but here we get non-disadvantaged attack by attacking someone at range. We'll do archer number 2 since she's, I mean, really doesn't change anything, but since like technically further, although not really. Archer number 2, flipping, +1. All right, so the disarm didn't matter because this actually ends up being 5 damage, but obviously, oops, that is just strictly better. Put that back there. And a coin. Okay, and so this is lost, so we're going to immediately put it in the lost, and then we're going to use the bottom of Submissive Affliction to make this archer make an attack targeting this Living Bones. Okay, and so you flip with their deck, -1, so 1 damage down to 4. All right, and that's our turn there. Now the Living Bones goes, he heals himself, so this attack actually did nothing, but well. We weren't doing anything else anyway since we were immobilized. And he attacks both of us for 1. First the Scoundrel, then the Mind Thief because of initiative order. Scoundrel first, 1 damage, I'll take it. Then the Mind Thief, 1 damage, I'll take it. Down to 2. It's dangerous life. We're gonna have to lose a card here probably. So then the, oh no, because actually, yeah. So then the Archer attacks the Scoundrel. 2 damage. I think I'll lose a card. Because the Skeleton's going to be hitting for 1, I'd rather lose a card for a 2 rather than a 1. Although, I mean, they could get positive modifiers. Outside of positive modifiers, we're never going to see anything higher than 2 damage. So it's, I think, a little bit safer to lose a card here. And that card shall be... Smoke Bomb. I don't really see myself using that anytime soon. Okay. Shut it down. So we're just going to blow up this guy. We're going to use Backstab this time. This is just going to give us more experience and, again, short of a miss, guarantee that we kill him. Plus, it gives us good initiative. Yeah. So this is why it was kind of bad to not stamina potion. Is if we do have to lose a card here, we'll have to lose 2 cards from our discard since we have nothing in our hand. If they go before us, although again it's 6, it's very unlikely, and it's very unlikely we have to lose a card. It would only be on a +2 or crit from the Archer. Although this is, or I guess if they get like +1 attack on their card and then draw +1. So it really was like again better to stamina potion, but we're not about that life. Oh, but now we're not going to get any coins because we're just going to end this scenario. Oh darn. At the same time, like I said, I don't. All right, so if I was playing this scenario for real, and this was part of an actual campaign, which is not the purpose of this video, I would do something like Scurry, I guess, on the Mind Thief, and make, I mean, maybe not even attack, and use Perverse Edge to stun this. This would give us time to at least pick up the treasure chest and stuff like that. But I just want this video to be over so you guys can see, I mean, because it was just to show how to run through the video, so you can make strategic choices like that for yourself differently. So we have the ice, we're going to run on up her, and we're going to blast her with Frigid Apparition, and we want to go as early as possible. We also need to actually get there. Now we only need 2 movement. So yeah, I guess no, we actually want to keep our loot just in case we don't kill them this turn. Like if we get a -1 on this attack, we won't kill, so we'll keep the loot card. All right, let's run it. So Scoundrel goes first. We're gonna do Backstab. We gain 2 experience. This is a loss, and it's an attack 7 because we qualify or we meet both the conditions. So attack 7, targeting the skeleton. Okay, I guess we will not be ending the scenario this turn. Back-to-back misses, not bad. All right, so we're done. Then the Mind Thief goes. So the Mind Thief is going to do a generic move 2 on the bottom of here. This is still going to be better. Actually, which one of these has a more scary card? Ooh, all right, no, actually. The Living Bones is a scarier card because he's going to do 2 attack 3s here since we're going to be next to him still. So we actually do want to hit him because even if we don't kill him, we stun him. Whereas the Archer is doing an attack +1, so it's going to be a 3. The Mind Thief will have to lose a card, but that's still better than like, yeah, again, 6 damage. It's 3 damage versus 6 damage, so the choice is pretty obvious. So we'll still move up because this gets us closer to her and closer to looting, which looting, you know. And then we'll use Consume the Ice, do attack 5 with Frigid Apparition. 6. All right, so he's dead. Goes in there, and we drop a coin there. So we eliminate the Living Bones now because there are none left, and our turn is also done here. Yeah, we didn't play any losses or anything like that. All right, and then the Archer goes and is going to make an attack on the Mind Thief, but gets to move first. So he's going to move away to lose disadvantage, and then attack the Mind Thief with an attack 3. Jeez. Yeah, the flipping has been a bit one-sided. All right, well, these both say loot on them, and there's a lot of stuff in this room, so goodbye feedback loop. And that's that. End the round. So, who wants to have to deal with this while the other person gets the loot? So I guess this Scoundrel has to short rest. Paying 1 life, re-rolling. Goodbye, single out. Welcome back, Sifo. Man, but without the boots, it's just so medium. All right. So treasure chest has got to be a priority, right? This Archer, I mean, this Archer's not really a threat. All right, so what we'll do, this works. The Mind Thief's just going to walk over here and loot all this stuff, getting the treasure chest. I'm not going to reveal the treasure chest, but I'm just going to loot it anyway to play as if I was actually playing. The Scoundrel can then walk up here and do an attack on her. And then the following turn, I can do a swift bow move to pick up some more coins, as well as another attack. So we'll walk up on her with a Meta Venom Shiv, I guess, getting the poison out ahead of time. We want to go early. And then we're obviously saving Swift Bow for the following turn, and I guess that our attack will be throwing knives that turn, which is fine. So Mind Thief doesn't actually need to short rest or anything like that, so we just play our 2 cards because we already have a loot, and generic move 2 gets us to where we can grab the chest, because the chest is our priority over the coins, as it usually should be. All right, reveal. What's the archer doing? All right, some more standard stuff. So we're going to use the bottom of flanking strike as move 5 on the Scoundrel, moving up over here, grabbing a coin, and we're going to do an attack 3, gain 1 experience, poison on the archer. All right, so just to be clear, it does auto shuffle every time. It does. It's not that I just it keeps getting put back on the top. I mean, it shuffles and goes back to the top, and that's what's happening here. I guess the game heard me talking about how I couldn't possibly lose this scenario, and it's trying to find a way, although I'm still very far from possibly losing this scenario. All right, so because we don't want to, well, I mean, not for really any reasons, but I guess we will finally use our stamina potion, even though we were approaching our goal of, oops, wrong player. Oh no, this is the right player. There we go. Approaching our goal of never using any items in this scenario, I think we're gonna try to play it safe here. All right. Still not that safe because we are going to go loot rather than going and attacking. Because we could actually just kill since we have an attack 2 default, which goes 4 with Mind's Weakness plus 1 with Poison, which actually would be 5, but we're still not that scared. So we move down here and using the bottom of Scurry as a generic move 2, and then we use the top of this to into the night to do a loot 1, which gives us a chest and this coin. Also creates a dark. This is irrelevant, but I'll create it anyway, and you can see it how it ticks down. All right, so we add a dark. And then the archer goes, so it's going to attack -1, so attack 1, moves back 1 to lose disadvantage, makes an attack 1, targeting a spellweaver. I could use this, but I don't need to. It's just an attack 1, I'll save it for a bigger attack. Oh, still 2 damage. All right, so we take 2 on the Scoundrel. We're down to 1 life. Maybe disadvantage there would have. Oh no. Yeah, because it was a 1 plus. Yeah, 2 damage. All right. And then we end the round. Okay. Can we actually end this person? So Mind Thief needs to do a short rest. Probably should have used a stamina potion as well, but it is what it is. Scurry's fine to lose, I guess. Should still be able to reach. Yeah, we only need a generic move too, so. Alright. Draw our hand. So I guess we're just gonna go all out on her by just to gain experience as well. So we're gonna play 2 losses here. We're gonna play the bottom of Frigid Apparition is lost to do a move 4 stun. This also makes us safe from her attacks. And then we're gonna use the top of First Edge to do an attack 3, plus we gain +2 for each negative condition. So it's gonna be 5 plus 2 for Mind's Weakness, 7. This will also give us 2 experience. So pretty likely to kill. Again, only a miss doesn't kill, and we stun just in case, and we're getting experience, so all is good. And we can move on to a coin to grab one. So the Scoundrel, also experience, although we probably go later because we do want to use Swift Bow. Yeah, because there's no way, because it would be nice since this attack is going to give us experience as well if we could do this before the Mind Thief win, but do we have, nah, we don't want to go 29. We don't want to risk going after the archer. We're not taking silly risks just for 1 experience here. And we do need to play Swift Bow as well to loot, because looting 2 coins is certainly better than gaining 1 experience. All right, let's do it. So Mind Thief first. We can gain just both experience, both from the top and bottom. Do a move 4 stun. 1 person. So, oh yeah, she has poison on her too. Oh, this attack is huge actually. I forgot about that. That we poisoned her before. So we place a stun on her. If only we had overkill, or if we need to do overkill. All right, so that makes this an attack 3 plus 4 because of 2 conditions. So that's 7 plus 2 for Mind's Weakness, so an attack 9. Not bad. Just doing Mind Thief things. All right. Flipping. Not a miss. All right, she's dead. So then I'm not going to bother placing her coin or doing anything else. It's just going to be the Scoundrel who goes next. Does Swift Bow move, so grabs these 2 coins by going like this. Okay. All right, so that's a completed campaign in the wraps. I'll show you how I clean everything up now. So I just delete these because these we have an infinite supply. Technically, we have an infinite supply here, and actually we are going to delete these, so I could just delete that. I'm going to bring my 2 character tokens off the board because then I'm just going to delete the entire board. So I'll make sure I also don't delete my rulebook because those we do not have an infinite supply of. I'll put my scenario book. I'll put it back down there. I'll unlock each of the map tiles by mousing over them, pressing L. Click and drag all around this. Delete. We're also going to delete all. Well, actually, no. We'll see which monsters we need for the next scenario. Assuming we were going to go to do another scenario, I'm just going to do this transition. Oops, I pressed 2, but it's actually 4. And there, I just pressed. Oh no, it's actually. Yeah, we're good. All right, so barrel layer 2. So we do have living bones and bandit archers still. So the only one that I would need to get rid of would just be the bandit guards. So I just delete these, and then I would add the other things on. Putting these. Oops. So I want to flip this over and put it back on the top. Press auto shuffle. I'm going to eliminate everything again just for going into the next scenario. Again, flip these over, put them back on the top, shuffle, keep these as what they are, delete this as well. Deleting this is fine because remember we have an infinite supply here. So the only thing is here, if there were any map tiles which were in that scenario which were deleted, which would be missing, we would need to create a new box, and then we can get it from there. Since we deleted those map tiles, we could have just left them out again. Could have considered those things as well, but this is just to show you how you could do this an infinite number of times, so it doesn't matter if you delete the map tiles. Okay, oh yeah, there would be the after scenario stuff, so we'll total it all up, and then I'll show you how we use these sheets as well. So let's do the Mind Thief first, since he's player 1. So he's got trashed a chest. That doesn't do anything because we're just not going to spoil that. There's no reason. So we're in 0, so gold is worth 2 each, so we get 6 gold. So we note that down here just by pressing this up. Unfortunately, we can't write to go up bigger numbers, but we just have to toggle. We're also going to lock these so they don't move around by mousing over them and pressing L. This makes it just a little bit easier to manipulate. You can put it in our name if we wanted, but I mean, it's not necessary. Oh, I want to zoom in a bit. So like that. To mark our levels, we use the decal button over here, and then we're going to use check marks. So we're at level 1 now, so we check mark that. When we get to level 2, we just put another check mark there to indicate that. So XP notes, we gain 9, plus at 0, we gain 4, so this is 13 XP total. So this is up to 13. After that, we press clear here to reset. We'll reset our health as well for the next scenario. Unfortunately, clear does not reset to maximum health, which would be convenient. We did complete our battle. No, we didn't complete our battle goal. Spellweaver did. Scoundrel did. Jeez. So we'll get to her in a second. Him, we used no items, which was our real battle goal. These we can all delete because we have an infinite supply. Put all our cards into one pile. When we save, we want to make sure that we do not have any cards in our hand because otherwise they're just going to get thrown all over the board, like in our hand area here. It does not deal well with that. We're going to reset this. We make sure we grab all of it, flip it over, put it back on top, press R to shuffle. Okay, we've reset our entire area. We just leave our cards in our lost there, or we can drag them down and put them by our thing here next to our other cards that we can choose from. Okay, so if we'd gotten a check mark, we would just click on the check mark thing. Well, you'll see this in a second. Just have a sip of water. Hold on. Okay, so then the Scoundrel, we do the same thing. Pull our cards into one pile. Flip over any items we used by pressing F. Yeah, we had 2 cards up here. So it's all 9. So we did get our check mark. We got, so we'll reset our health first. Health is up to 8. 12 experience plus 4, so we gain 16 experience here. So we'll go up to 16. 4 coins. Not bad. So 8 gold. And I don't know, I don't think there was any bonus for completing this scenario, which we would have added on as well, obviously. And then we got 1 check mark. And just if you ever get to 3 check marks, then you just, check mark one of these, and then you take the things that are appropriate from down there in this deck and put them into your deck permanently. Okay, yeah, and that's basically everything. So then we just go to setting up our next scenario. We go back to Gloomhaven. The shop is all up here. If we unlock items, we see them by number. We can go to whichever one we need to. I think that covers pretty much everything. Like I said, if there's anything that you don't think I covered mechanics-wise of operating this, we can press end round so that ticks down. Yeah, that's like you saw, it actually ticks down every round. In terms of actually operating the mod itself, there's the tutorial, which I have posted video for, but hopefully this video should satisfy anyone who wanted to see a from scratch walkthrough of the very first scenario, how to get everything set up and how to play it. Like I said, if you want to see more in-depth tutorial, because I kind of glossed over things here in terms of how everything works for Tabletop Simulator, I have a video for that. Otherwise, if you want to see more in-depth decision making, you can check my Twitch channel. which is twitch.tv/gripeaway. I will link it in the description as well. I'll also be posting the VODs of everything in my campaign. Unfortunately, as mentioned previously, the early section of the campaign was deleted by Twitch, so I don't have access to those videos anymore. So unfortunately, the VODs will pick up from around Prosperity 3, maybe end of Prosperity 2. I don't remember exactly, but you can also check those out on this same YouTube channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. I'm just going to show now the very last things that we do. So in order to save this, there is autosave, but you should never trust autosave. So we're going to press Games, and we're going to do down here save and load. So we'll click on this, click save and load, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click create. And then root folder is fine, and we'll just give this a name. This was first scenario walkthrough save. Jeez, I'm very good at typing. All right, and then we click save, and now we have a new save. So we see first scenario walkthrough save, and I'll just quickly show you how to load that up as well, just in case. So that's saved. We've got it there. So now what we're going to do is after we're done, since we've saved, we're going to press escape, and we're going to go to main menu. We're just going to exit out of this table in just a second. In just a second. I mean, the mod loads a lot of things, so it takes a little bit when you exit out. Although here it looks like it might. No. All right. And so then next time we want to play, all we do is we click create, go back to hot seat, start, and again, when it's here, instead of, we can just don't press any of these, and we just click on games, and down at save and load, we have our first scenario walkthrough. So we click up here. Oh no, that's just a, yeah, overwrite. That's how we'll save over it in the future. If you want to save over this rather than creating a new one, every time when you save, you click up there now. And we'll just click on directly on the picture, which will load the thing up. I'm not going to do that because then we're going to go into the, well, I guess I can just as I end the video. So then you want to load this, and when we load, we will go back to right where we saved our campaign the last time, where we'll just need to choose our player colors again for the appropriate colors, and we just have to wait a little bit for everything to load up. All right, that should be it. Again, any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. And as usual, if you don't contact me on YouTube, you can always find me on the Gloomhaven subreddit, also under the name Gripeaway. So thank you very much. I hope this helped, and have a great day.